Guesty BoroFanTV outside Ashton Gate with Stanley from One Stream
in Bristol.
One Stream and Bristol podcast.
Bristol only fan produced Bristol City podcast. Too right.
Stanley, how did you see firstly, how did you see Borough's performance today?
I was a bit surprised, to be fair. I know that Borough have struggled with the teams in and around them. You look at the Leeds result recently, and I thought, even though Gary Monk likes this sort of open football, I thought they'd shut up shop. Especially because the teams that we've struggled against has been Preston, Millwall, Burton, and those are teams that have come here to Ashton Gate and really played defensively, and we've struggled to break him down. So when Borough played this open football, I think it suited us, and although we couldn't get the goals in the first half, eventually we saw how dominant we were, I think.
Borough were quite lucky to go in half-time 0-0. A fantastic save off Randolph. Did you fancy Bristol getting on the score sheet early doors?
Yeah, I mean, Bristol City fans, we're trying our best to keep our feet on the ground at the moment, because last season we were in a similar position a few games earlier, and then it all went to pot. But yeah, I fancied a second half. I'm quietly confident. We should have tested your keeper more in the first half, I've got to say. There's a couple of chances. Patterson had a good one where he chested and volleyed it, but it went wide. But, you know, it happens. We see that all the time at Ashton Gate. Sometimes, you know, you're going to go a half without scoring, and it's all about just keeping going. I think we put more players into the box. You saw for the first goal, we saw Smith and Brownhill attacking the box, and that created the overload for Brown at the back stick. So, yeah, I think at half-time I was confident.
Borough, like you say, will come away, will attack, or will try to attack. We never seem to cause teams too much problem. We seem too intent on passing the ball backwards and sideways. Bristol City, the movement, the passing, the accuracy, the speed, like you say, there's no superstars in that team, and they're all together.
Yeah, I think that's one of the key components of our team is how hard we work. I mean, you look at Bobby Reid, I know he's got 10 goals, but I think City fans love him, because he's an academy sort of starler, and also because he presses so hard. And yeah, Borough tried their best in the second half to do the little 1-2 passes and neat touches, but it didn't quite come off. But you guys have got a wealth of attacking stars, man. You've got like 6 strikers that any team in this league would happily have. You look at Bamford, Gestead, you've got Fletcher, you've got Assam Balonga. Braithwaite costs big money in the summer. You guys should be killing teams if you're playing this open, expansive football, but for whatever reason, again today, a team running in and around you didn't quite work out.
To spend 15 minutes smacking the ball into a practice net before kick-off, we got a chance in the first half for sure. The shot was on, and typical Borough, it passed it sideways.
I mean, that's Gary Monk. You've got to remember, this guy was at Swansea, and that's the first rule of Swansea is you just keep passing until you pass it into the net. So, you know, I think, you know, he's still a relatively young manager. I know he was reasonably good at Leeds. I know they fell away at the end of last season, but he was good at Leeds, and, you know, you might see him develop. You might see him starting to play more, you know, shoot-on-sight football. You never know. But, yeah, I'm sure as Borough fans in the away end after a long trip, you're going to be frustrated because they could have had more shots. As
a Bristol fan, do you feel as if the players are giving everything for Gary Monk?
It's hard to tell off one viewing, but I mean, there was one point when Downing went off. He was being subbed, and he didn't sprint off, he didn't jog off, he walked off and gave a sort of fleeting look at Monk. So I don't know what that says. I think, you know, we win our games, the tight games this season, Bristol City, we've won them by working harder than the other team. And I think, again, today was another case of that. Even at 2-1, you know, the own goal, you guys got back in it, but we were first to the balls, we won more headers. And, you know, we've got a big team. You guys centre-backs are big, but with Flint and Baker, we're going to win a lot of these 50-50 balls, and Smith, Brownhill, Pack work hard. So I think compared to Bristol City, I'd say no. I think Borough really should be working harder. But that's what happens. You've just been relegated from the Prem. It's going to be hard to convince these players to work hard and play 46 games in a season, when last season they weren't quite planning as many.
Stanley, it's been a pleasure meeting you. Good luck with your podcast, mate. And thanks for coming on BoroFanTV.
Good luck for the rest of the season. You're going to need it, boys. Yeah.